This show will take you behind the scenes of how some of the best hunting products in the world are developed, then how they're manufactured, and most importantly, how you use those products in the field effectively.
Hi, I'm Kurt Rotter, producer of the industry. In this episode, we're going to visit with our own Mike Dukehart. Duke's going to tell us all about the new Extinguisher deer calling system. Then we spend some time with Rod White, where he takes yet another trophy whitetail. Then you'll want to stick around while we head down to Sparta, Wisconsin to see the world's fastest bull. Want to shoot better video? I'll be back with some tips and techniques that will have you shooting like a pro.
The Extinguisher was designed to create all the different tones and volumes of the whitetail. What we did is we created the modest slide, which allows you to make the fawn, the doe, and the buck sounds all in one call. So it eliminates the need for multiple calls. In most deer calls, the longer reed will freeze in cold weather conditions. The modest slide, by sliding it back and forth, will free that reed from the tone board and guarantees you a freeze-proof call in any weather condition. The Extinguisher mouthpiece, tone board, insert, and modest slide are molded into shape from durable ABS plastic. Each call is placed on a specially designed rack. Camel film is cut into size and activator is applied evenly to the film. The film is then scored around the edges to allow for expansion. It's then placed into a 90-degree water bath where it expands and becomes liquefied. The rack of calls are then placed on a mechanical dipping arm and lowered through the film at a pre-programmed rate. As they emerge from the tank, the camel coat has been evenly applied. Once rinsed and dried, a seal coat is applied and the parts are ready for assembly. Reeds are stamped from a specific grade and thickness of mylar material. All the molded parts are inspected and the unwanted flashing and sharp edges are removed. An O-ring is used to secure the mouthpiece and tone board assembly to ensure an airtight seal. Place the reed into the tone board insert. Next, a compression wedge is inserted to hold the reed in its exact position. An O-ring is placed around the tone board assembly. The O-ring guide is placed over the sliding O-ring as the top and bottom are assembled. A pneumatic jig is used to combine the corrugated throat tube and rubber sleeve. Now the throat tube is affixed to the call. And finally, a sticker is applied and it's ready for packaging. The calls are cased and they're ready for distribution. Field testing is a must for any successful product within the industry. One of our field testers, Rod White, has taken over 2,000 inches of record book bucks while field testing the Extinguisher.
The critical part that you have to remember when you're dealing with a deer of this caliber, when you see him come crashing and disappear again, is that he's not necessarily leaving the property, leaving the area completely. In this case, he was looking for a hot doe. So all he was doing was moving from room to room to room. Rather than panicking and smashing antlers together and start grunting and making all sorts of noise trying to bring him out, snort wheezes, I just let him do his thing and check his rooms until he got back into the vicinity again where I could work him again with the call.
That's what I'm talking about. Talk about going from being freaking bored out of your mind to just like that.
One of my best hunting buddies is my son, who's also my personal tracker. So I went back and picked him up before going to recover the deer.
Now we're headed to Sparta, Wisconsin to learn about the fastest bow in the world, the new Monster by Matthews.